Yonder spoilers Wednesday, December 4th reveal that Sharon Newman is facing a major decision that could change her life. After being caught up in a tense investigation, Sharon is faced with a difficult situation. Should she change her plea and go to prison for a crime she did not commit, or continue to live in pressure and fear? Nick, who has always been on Sharon's side, does not want her to make a hasty decision. He advises her to be patient and wait for the lab results before taking any action. With Nick's support, Sharon has moments of struggle, when she is not sure whether his advice is the right choice or not. Nick fears that if Sharon decides to plead guilty too soon, she will lose the chance to prove her innocence. However, Michael, one of the characters who always brings difficult decisions in Sharon's life, will not let her give up her life easily. Michael continued to pressure Sharon, advising her to hold on a little longer, because if she agreed to change her testimony, it would be difficult to turn back. Michael understood that in this situation, sobriety and patience were the most important factors. Although Sharon did not expect any new information from the lab, seeing the concern and anxiety of Nick and Michael, she decided to wait a few more days. This was a stressful time, not only for Sharon but also for those around her, when Sharon's life was threatened by the decision she had to make. At the same time, Claire Newman and Kyle Abbott had an awkward conversation when they accidentally met Jordan, who was disguised as a woman with a British accent. She, with her mysterious appearance and strange behavior, deceived Claire and Kyle, making them not realize the true nature of the woman in front of them. Although Claire felt that this woman was somehow very familiar, she still could not determine why. This feeling confused her and made her think vaguely, as if they had met somewhere in the past. However, Jordan was not someone who was easily detected. She used her disguise ability to leave quickly, leaving Claire and Kyle confused and wondering if they were being deceived. This encounter seemed to be just one step in Jordan's larger plan, but with Claire's curiosity, the question of whether she would realize the truth would continue to be a concern. But this was not all. When Summer Newman entered the society, she could not help but notice the closeness between Kyle and Claire. They were sitting together, chatting comfortably, and this immediately aroused Summer's suspicions. Although Summer insisted that she was only worried about Harrison, the child that Kyle and she both cared about, it was clear that she could not hide her jealousy. This feeling becomes more and more evident as Summer tries to figure out what happened between Claire and Kyle, leaving her in a state of uncertainty about her own feelings. Does Summer still have feelings for Kyle, or is she just protecting herself and Harrison? This will be an open question, as Summer deals with unresolved feelings from the past. Summer begins to question Kyle about Claire, seemingly trying to figure out what their relationship really is. However, this jealousy could put her in a difficult position, as she not only has to deal with Kyle, but also with her own true feelings. Elsewhere, Jack Abbott is planning big changes at his company. After Diane steps down as CEO of Jabo to make way for Kyle, Jack begins to see opportunities from a different perspective. He makes an offer to Diane, wanting her to take over Glissade, a perfect move if Diane can do it without too much interference. However, behind Jack's friendly overtures, there is a larger plot brewing. Jack doesn't simply want Diane to run Glissade. He has his own plans to confront Victor Newman, who has always been the Abbott family's biggest rival. Jack understands that dragging Diane into a dispute with Victor could give him an advantage, leaving Victor facing inevitable competition. But will Diane see through this, or will she continue to be drawn into Jack's sweet talk? The current situation on The Young and the Restless paints a complex picture of difficult choices, mixed emotions and tangled intrigue. Sharon, Nick, Michael, Claire, Kyle, Summer and Jack are all facing important decisions that will not only affect their personal fates but also create conflicts and contradictions that are not easy to resolve. Subscribe to Yonder to stay up to date with the latest news on our channel.